Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is week 5 of Metalworks League, RGL League. We're here on Froyotech versus King's Crew on, you guessed it, Metalworks. I used to love this map, but I've actually been seeing a little bit too much of it, so it's kind of been a little saturating in my palette. xattuu is joining me.
Hi.
My name is Ro, and we've got Looster,
Hi.
of course, on the camera. And yeah, we're gonna be taking things down here. Froyotech heading up versus King's Crew with a little bit of a roster change.
Yeah, so actually, throw back to what you were saying about Metaworks. As a medic main, I hate this map. Anyway, on the side of Froyotech, same as earlier, we got Eric and Banny on Scouts, Froyo Blaze on Soldier, joined today by Michael Donald, aka Kryptonite, in the absence of Yomps. And then we got Habib and Cookie Jake filling up a demo and medic respectively. On the side of King's Crew, we got Sandblast and Yosh on the sniper class. Scout classes, we got Bear on Demo Man, and then we got a little bit of a roster change. We got Trip back in his Roma role as usual, but now we got Psy Guy moving to Demo Man, and in his place we have Patty returning from the grave from his casting career to play Soldier. And the question on everyone's mind is, can Psy Guy still take 45% heals on Demo Man?
We'll see how it unfolds because we're already going live and things are gonna get spicy. I have yet to see. I don't think I've seen Froyotech on Metalworks as of
Yep.
late. I've only been seeing High Five Demo Man and some other folks. So we'll see what Habib does going into this first mid.
All right, let's watch him as see. Both demos are going to be rolling out top. Habib's going to get an early sticky on the lower, but no one's going there quite yet. Both demos going to try to trade some C traps out. You see a huge bomb here from Trippin. He's going to get behind on the top of the scout on the top, and Brady's going to break his ankles on the floor, and he's going to go down as Blaze going to get caught out. This is a really strong mid from the side of King's Crew as Cookie Jake's gonna get pressured out here on half HP. Habib's trying to pressure in here as we see a bomb here from Crip. He's gonna go really low and he's gonna go down as well as Cookie Jake's kind of trying to throw some arrows in from the low ground. I'm not really sure how I feel about this counter aggression here from froyotech as they are gonna lose air. Cookie Jake's gonna be trying to escape on the low ground, but he's only at 70% Uber.
All right, fade into slow motion mode right here. Here's Cookie Jake. He sees the bombing Demo Man. He just saw his poor sweet Eric fall to the hands of shoot cuz you guys can't see it on stream, but that is the name of our
Yosh.
scout here, who is Yosh, and he's going to be trying to decide between Habib on house and locking out Cookie Jake. But between that bomb, it's looking like the end of our hero, Cookie Jake, who's just, if you just go right to this position, man, I'm in this really funky position. I don't know how my camera's doing it, but it just looks so scary and intimidating. I've got like Cookie Jake to the left side of my screen, and in view is that Demo Man Psy Guy just towering above him.
Yeah, so we got our 25th pause of the day currently, but it's okay now. I have acquired an alcoholic beverage so that we will be hopefully be getting through this a little bit easier.
That was disgusting.
You're welcome. Anyway, so we got a demo man in lobby. Habib is currently on exactly 168 health, kind of chilling here, staring at a wall actually, as his medic is dying in Valley. What do you think about that, Ro?
About the Valley?
About the demo man staring at the wall while his medic dies in Valley.
Staring
Why are they
at
so
the wall.
separate?
Oh, Habib.
They're so
Yeah, that's just the thing is, Habib is like that cheeky little guy. He says, "I'm ready to recommit. I'm gonna be coming in now." And then, Eric goes in. He's got the nice little frag. He tries to pick it up, but it doesn't work out for him. And there's the cutoff there. Boom. Instant denial.
Habib's on the medic.
Here comes Habib.
Oh, he forced them! No way! Bear just got caught out there as his demo chased in, and Habib got the jump in from top right to get the sign force onto Bearadactyl. He's pissed, but we are still going to have a slight Uber advantage here for Bear as he's going to be building his Uber before Cookie Jake is alive. And I'm going to retry to the server to fix my heads-up display.
So that answers your question there. Why does Habib leave his medic to die? Because he's got the opening he needs. He knows how to handle himself, and just as you saw right there, he got the force. He would have gotten the kill if Bear tried to dance with the devil, but you don't mess with Habib. He may be a little sketchy when it comes to crits, but he's got everything else down.
With the call out here, live on stream, We're going to see Froyo Baniel Vincent building up a level 2 sentry gun on the right side of his spawn room, as there is a 95% Uber coming up here for Bear, as they do have a slight advantage here. Sai's going to bomb in with this Uber. He's going to get immediately onto Beef. He's going to drop to half health. They're going to bring someone onto the point here. No six on the point. This Pyro's going to be trying to get people on the point. The gun goes down immediately, but Habib gets 2 frags, and Sai just gets the heck out of there, but he's going to get cleaned up. That was a huge re-push there from this side of froyotech.
And almost got that one last little cheeky kill from Sandblast, but he got taken down. And that's going to be pretty much the entire team staying alive and capping it out. 8 times on the cap. You rarely see it. Did not stop the forward spawns, though, so it looks like King's Crew is going to have some kind of tricksy stuff going on here between the sticky traps, the soldiers, the scouts hiding in miscellaneous areas. The Uber comes out really hot and fast because they do not want to risk anything, but they don't find anything. They were really ambitious with that Uber trying to catch out a medic, but they're not playing against they're not playing against skis. They're going to actually have to do smart things when Ubering into an enemy medic.
Sorry to interrupt you, but we have a Banny no longer in the server, and I believe we have a new face here. Is that... Who is that?
S on my chest, I wish.
Yeah.
Although, actually, when I look at him, he looks like he's wearing the same loadout as S on my chest, so I might not be wrong, actually.
Anyway, the demo's gonna
there's
come in
Mark
really
Ultra,
fast
I guess.
Saga gets catapulted into the enemy team here from the sticky traps of Habib. They're not going to get anything with the Uber besides losing Yosh. That's not ideal. As the froyotech's just going to repush here, as Saga goes down on the flank as well. Patty's going to get the frag with the shotgun onto Eric, but he's going to go down in return. And Tripp's going to go down. The Uber does get forced out in a really bad position here for Cookie Jake, but it doesn't matter because there's only 2 alive on the side of King's Crew. So Fro's going to get some cap time on the second point and probably start trying to push on the last. Well, before the spawns from King's Crew come in.
They definitely got the room for it. Habib already locking out the players. This Heavy's trying to peek around the corner, takes a ton of damage, but thankfully that overheal is just keeping him nice and healthy. He gets into the fray, takes down Kryptonite. A little follow-up, though, from Slemnish. We'll be able to take him down here, but he's getting chased down, cleaned up, and there it is. That is why...
The soldier in! Oh, Bear lives, nice.
That is why Patty is who he is.
Yeah, so we got the return of the Nish on the side of froyotech here. He's going to be taking over the role from Banny since he does not currently have an internet. Cookie Jake is going to go down in Lobster to a pipe from Saigai, and King's Crew is going to take up some cap time here and get the second point. They're going to start pushing forward. Still no heals on the side of froyotech.
Yeah, they're making their way through the drop down, heading to the valley. They got eyes on Blaze, and a follow-up bomb from Kryptonite was almost well-timed, but he's going to get knocked back, rattled, if you will. Blaze, once again, just trying to commit to this, trying to get into their face and spook them. They're going to be Ubering very early. Really nice job from Patty, though, going to be taking down that demo man. That's going to be just what they need to secure this mid and maybe even get a follow-up into second, because there are only 3 players left alive. Slemnish as well as Kryptonite trying to defend Cookie Jake here on second. Really good aggression from Sai Guy. I remember when he was Sign Guy, the demo man, before he was more recently the insane shotgun soldier, who is now being played by Patty, who is also a respectable shotgun soldier.
Yeah, so we see King's Crew stacking the middle point to deny all the forward spawns here from froyotech, so they didn't get anybody forwards. They could not defend the second point. We're going to see an advantage for Cookie Jake, even though he's only got 3 players alive. I'm expecting King's Crew to capture this point and then back out to their lobby and build up the rest of their Uber as froyotech attempts to push with their double ringer setup right now. Yeah, we got a couple of pause jams in chat. So anyway, speaking of this match, we didn't really get a chance to go over it before we started, but we have a interesting kind of race here for the 4th spot in the playoff picture between King's Crew and I believe it is High Five Demo Man. So the 2 of them are kind of vying for the 4th spot. Currently, King's Crew is in the lead, but they do have the advantage of playing a couple extra matches over High Five Demo. Oh, actually, they just dropped down after that last match was recorded. So if King's Crew can pull out a win here, what I would call a huge upset over froyotech, even though they're down 2 of their main players, that could really help them in the playoff picture. They're looking forward if they want to make it into the playoffs, so they are gonna have to win out versus the rest of their match. And this froyotech game, which I assume that they would kind of write off as a loss at the start of the season. You're like, oh, okay, we're gonna lose 1 or 2 matches to froyotech this season, so don't worry about those. We're already gonna have those 2 losses. But now if they're able to edge us out, which they're not looking bad, they're potential to really help them in the playoff picture.
And I'd actually like to point out, even though that's an interesting mindset, I would argue that, especially if you've got Patty in your Mumble or your Discord, that is not the attitude you have when you say, we're playing froyotech twice this season. Patty's going to be the forerunner saying, no, this is how we beat them. I am the Banny Slayer. I am the Froyo Slayer. That's how Patty talks, by the way. And
I've actually
he's going to make sure that they have everything they need. He's got the tech. He's got it in his brain, 5-head. He knows just how to defeat them. But it's all a matter of putting it into practice and execution.
Yeah, so the real question is here, now that Bandy's not around, who is getting DDoS on the side of froyotech? We're going to hopefully be going live again shortly as we're waiting for this to come undone. But yeah, I agree. Patty's a very aggressive main caller here, as he's probably going to be taking over that role now that Psy Guy's on the demo man. Which could pose some interesting, when they had Jarrett on demo, it was a very, Sandblast and Psy Guy on the Soldier Scout, and Jarrett was kind of off doing his own thing. He wasn't really making that much of an impact in the games, and I think that's, what King's was looking for with this change, to have Psy as a more aggressive demo man, maybe a little bit more heals-wise, or maybe just a little bit more cohesion with the team, and Patty on the Soldier, who's been a part of their training and the lead up for the rest of this whole season for them. He hadn't just jumped in out of the blue.
Yeah, but now their Zubers ready. They're gonna be defending this froyotech, that is, making their way through. But Habib taking a ton of spam. Oh my goodness, he is so close to dying. Gets that arrow back into the fray. Trip trying to pull a little bit of a stunt here. Blaze jumping in through the bridge, gonna be guarding a nice little pickup there on Patty, who was trying to play the spam game and lost.
6 health. Yeah, there's both soldiers there. Habib goes down to 6 health before being able to get arrowed up by his medics. No soldiers on the side of King's Crew, so froyotech's going to try to push in through the valley. They got a really aggressive soldier bomb here from Krypton. Follow up from Blaze. They are going to lose out on Yoshis. Not very good. They lose Sky Guy 2 from a pipe. This is a 2-player Uber charge. They do force out froyotech, but it's just 2 gamers alive. They do get a pick on the Crypt here, and they are going to stuff up the entrance here with Trip, but he's actually going to go down to a pipe from Habib, and the rest of I just watched Patty walk by someone without shooting him. What?
What is happening between Sandblast and poor Blaze? That was
I think we're getting. I think we're actively getting DDoS in the server.
But that's just how it is. Cap's still going on. Slemnish doing a good job of finishing this thing off. And yeah, these Ubers are still building. So big old Magoo sitting on 40. And that was the pause. That was a little bit of a delay coming out from the pause things on that server jitters. But things are stabilizing now, and Ubers are relatively even from what I can see.
This has been the strangest night of TF2 in my entire life. Anyway, yeah, back to what you were saying. We are going to be, it looks like we're going to be evening out these Ubers. I think that exchange went better than it probably should have gone for Kings. They didn't end up getting a couple of kills when they honestly should have just been wiped there. That Uber was terrible after they dropped Sly Guy, but it's going to somehow work out for them. We see some aggression from lower here from froyotech. It's going to be spotted out by the scouts of King's Crew. And we see a soldier do the high bomb in, and he's going to get absolutely nothing. Everybody knew that was going to happen. That was a nice try to add a distraction play. We're going to see Trip fail a jump on flank, and he's going to have to back out as the rest of his team is pressuring lower with him. And we got nobody up top here from the side of King's Crew. It might be an issue in the future, but it looks like nobody's gremlin enough to just walk onto the bridge.
I would say Trip was really just more intimidated by the number of high ground players he saw. It was just like he went back in time and remembered the time that Anakin said he had the Anakin said, "You underestimate my power," and he jumped against the guy on the high ground and lost. So he realized that he couldn't jump into Blaze and Kryptonite and the scouts all playing the high ground right there. So he wisely backed out. But the spam is still really strong. They want to commit to it. They even flashed their medic there. Cookie Jake almost kind of committing in there. Blaze now coming in really fast. Instantly dumpstered by Psy Guy, the Pipe Lord himself.
Here comes Trip. Trip's gonna do a super high bomb on the flank, and Cookie Jake is so far out. He's not gonna get anything of that, but the shotgun is gonna make Michael Donald kill himself. Excuse me, Kryptonite kill himself, as we're gonna see the side of Kingster use an Uber in here really aggressively with the side of Patty. The Uber's gonna come out a lot later for froyotech, as Kingster's gonna flash a lot of players. Bear's gonna escape lower with his soldier. Patty's gonna get kept alive by a couple of arrows. That's huge from Bear, and surprisingly nobody died. There was so much damage being traded and nobody died there. That is wild.
Yeah, just a little bit of a here, how you do, and then just backing out. Not really gonna overcommit to anything here, especially with the avenues that you have to escape. You can't really commit that far in Valley, and so we're back to a little reset here. Kind of infamous for Metalworks on second, almost as infamous as Goalie Wash, I would say, at this point, with the way it plays out. But at least with the alleyway, it does allow for a little bit of action with the bombers, but a little bit easier to defend, in my opinion, when you play around it, you know? Just be ready for it.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's pretty much only one way to get in, and it's kind of like that high bomb on the flank or a bomb in from lower, because the demo can just stares at this doorway the whole time, you know? No one's going to be able to get through here unless somebody messes up. And we're going to see a lot of pressure on the flank here again from froyotech. Then have 5 players in the flank here. A counter bomb from Trip. He's going to go down to 100 health immediately. He's going to back out of that. So is Patty. So that's kind of on froyotech to do something. And they got one soldier in lobby just kind of playing by himself. He's going to get pressured by some scouts here. We got some Yoshin behind. He's going to be kind of pressuring the valley, but sorry, the house. And he's going to actually go down to Slemnish. That's a pick on the side of for froyotech. We'll see if they're able to do anything with that.
Oh, they're definitely going to be moving with it. They already got their medic all the way committed. This would be a great time for a soldier to commit, but they're just so worried about Blaze coming in from nowhere. But he's tucked away safely in house. Eric, though, a little bit overextended, and Kryptonite tried to go for a bomb, but the call was made. We got to back out. We lost our dear teammate. So now it's just going to be up to whatever Kryptonite and these soldiers can do. Really aggressive.
Ubi's got using the house from King's Crew, and Stumps should get dropped. That's huge. There's going to be no scouts on the side of froyotech for the moment. They're going to see a push from King's Crew as they're 2 down. But Bear just walks in the door by himself. Bear's completely alone and dies. What is he doing? That was a big feat from Bear, just kind of wandering around the map. He was kind of left alone from the scouts. I'm not sure why they were walking with him. That was kind of an obvious time to just feed for the medic there. But anyway, both soldiers down for the side of froyotech as they're holding their second now with King's Crew capping up the middle point.
Yeah, they're making their way through, but right now with froyotech having a medic up, it's going to be a little bit harder for them. And no, you're not watching a very patient... There it is. They weren't just patiently capping the point after everything had been resolved. No, we were just a very brief pause there. Things are back in order. The rest of King's Crew, though, significant disadvantage coming up from that death. Like you said, Bear just kind of... That's also just, I feel like we've gotten a ton of 101s out of tonight. If you're a medic, don't be the only person walking through a doorway, especially when you know you're going into a hot zone.
Yeah, so we're going to see the Ubers start to get built up here by both teams. Still 0-0 in this first half. By the way, we just started this match after froyotech won their last match up against High-Five Demoman Uninvited. We see froyotech pushing in from lower here with the Zuber. Use out immediately on Habib. He's going to bomb forward, get a pipe onto Yoshin. He's going to go down, getting dominated by Slemnish. And the rest of, but he's just supposed as the martyrs. The rest of King's Crew has escaped easily. They knew that was coming in, and they were like, yeah, we're already out of here. Goodbye.
Now things have kind of calmed down. Uber on one side, but froyotech not going to be sitting on an Uber themselves. They do not have it available, and losing Eric once again a little overextended is going to cost them potentially this mid and maybe even more.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage here on the flank though from Habib here, but it looks like Kingster wants to walk in without using their Uber, and Bear's pretty far forward here. He's actually going to be able to get into mid completely for free without using, and the rest of froyotech's in the back up. That was a really good push. It was nice and slow, and they were very meticulous about their positioning, and they got a really good entrance there in the mid. That was really good from the side of King's Crew, as we're going to see the pause come in and nothing change on the roster side, as we're going to see a big bomb from Trip in, as Blaze is going to counter the aggression. He's going to get onto Bear drops! Oh no, he was watching for Blaze. That was a really nice bomb from Blaze, as the rest of King's Crew kind of tries to feed and try to get some aggression forward, and froyotech's going to push it on the flank. They got a couple players in house that they have to worry about that are kind of behind them as they're trying to walk forward here onto mid.
Meanwhile, Sandblast and Patty, the duo from down under, trying to pull some kind of cheeky back cap here. At the very least, they picked up, I believe, Eric and he's going to get into the face of Slemnish. A couple players fell behind, so that's actually going to allow King's Crew to kind of get poised up here on mid. It's just Kryptonite who's trying to stave them off, and he does manage to pull it off. King's Crew decide we do not want to overcommit to this, and they back off to their second to try and mitigate this Uber disadvantage.
Yeah, well, actually, did you know that Kryptonite's name is actually Chad in real life? And he just stood on top of the box and was like, yeah, you guys gotta leave. And for King's Crew was just like, I mean, I guess. I mean, his name's Chad. We just gotta back up there, guys. Nothing we can do. As the Uber's gonna come in here from froyotech, they're actually getting a lot of damage on the Trip, and he's gonna go down immediately. But it looks like that's the only kill they're gonna get, as the entirety of King's Crew has gone to the last. They're trying to rotate in as the beat is overextends into the doorway, and they're all just gonna shoot out the one doorway. The froyotech trying to shoot a side guy overextends out the rest of the froyotech. As Uber's gonna come out in the lobby, Blaze is gonna get behind. He's gonna go down immediately. Both scouts are trying to get into the shutter. Yomps is trying to find both of them. They're gonna get both clean up on both frags, and it's just Cookie Jake here getting out onto mid by himself.
That was quite the interesting exchange. froyotech definitely overextending, and that was more of a greed thing than anything. They just felt so confident that they could make use of that Uber after it, you know, only grabbed one person, that they didn't realize that they were walking into a trap. And man, great punish coming out from Pattius specifically. He just had that Uber, took out that shotgun, and just dumpstered a couple different people. And especially, I don't know which scout it was, but one of the scouts did a good job taking out a ton of damage onto the two scouts that were trying to flank from behind.
Yeah, that was Yosh, excuse me, basically taking a 2v1 and almost winning it.
defecting to King's Crew.
Yeah, but that was actually a really good rotation from King's Crew. That was a really fast call. You know, they're at pretty much 90% Uber, and they wanted to fight the second point. That was a really good rotation. I like to, you know, you love to see those kind of rotations with the Uber. As actually, I lied earlier. Kryptonite's name is not Chad. His name is actually Kryptonite. You get it? I'm gonna see a bomb here.
We're gonna be seeing a bomb here for us.
Double sack in from froyotech. Eric and Blaze feed through Valley, and the rest of froyotech's gonna back up to mid. And looks like froyotech's gonna take this advantage and push all 6 of their gamers into Valley. Nobody in house right now, but you see all 4 of froyotech in front. Trip's gonna bomb for and make some room as Crypt goes in as well to make some room. Takes a lot of damage. Slemnish is 15 health on the ground. The Uber's gonna come force out to save him. Patty's gonna get dropped to this Uber, but the Uber just now comes out from Bear. He's gonna have a much better Uber, but he's not that far forward. Sandbox is by himself. Sandbox gets dropped by Bear as Bear has to back up. This is a disaster. Disaster for King's Crew.
This is what you would call a nightmare, especially with Saiga. At least he had enough of a buff there to take a big hit from Mr. Kryptonite, but couldn't quite make the escape because froyotech was actually a lot quicker this time around when it comes to a post-Uber exchange. And now they're cutting off the escape routes, making their way in through this lobby. They've got eyes on Patty, who has respawned. Got Blaze bombing in from the left side. He goes down immediately, so Habib might be a little overextended here. Good time for them to punish. Nice damage coming out. 3 players fall from Trip, who bombs in. There's 1 scout on the point. He's not going to survive for much longer. And now it's Trip all alone against the world. Habib takes so much damage. 1 peek around the corner. Oh, the arrow saves him from downtown. And that's why he just can't get away from it. That weapon is pretty strong.
Yeah, that was a nice hold there from the side of King's Crew. The clutch Poot is coming out from Send Blast, and he's going to be able to hold the point from the scouts trying to stand on the point. And we're going to see, again, even Uber. I feel like we've been in this situation 90% of the game. froyotech holding mid, trying to push into King's Crew's second. And we've kind of been saying the same things. Just Blaze feeding. What do you want to see here
it's not
from...
feeding. No.
It's glorified feeding. It's feeding with a purpose.
Anyway, regardless, here's an interesting route he's taken. It didn't work out for him. He clipped his head on the little bridge there, but he tried to do a little speed shot downtown, and if he got it, he would have been able to do this cheeky little thing where he can slide up the ramp of that pipe right by the bridge, and that would get you right into the face of Bear, and he'd be like, what? There's a soldier point blank.
Oh, the beat goes down in the lobby.
Wow. Very good trade, and that's going to be a good exchange. So many players falling down on the side of froyotech here. Sandblast is just picking them off one by one, calling them out. He's got eyes on Eric, who's just dancing the night away. Finally going to be taken down here at the end. Sandblast picking that off here. Slemnish almost dips in there and says, nope. Backs out, does a 180. So King's Crew, once again, grabbing themselves a mid. Ubers are pretty even too, so we'll see how they can try and make use of this time. But I'm pretty sure all the respawns are going to be up before they can get their Uber in time.
Yeah, we're gonna see. That was the epitome of the sandblast Uber there. Him walking forward into 6 players with the Uber by himself and getting a couple frags there. That's the ideal Pocket Scout gameplay. And if you're just joining us, it's King's Crew versus froyotech. We got froyotech -2, +2. We got Slemnish in for Banny, and we got Michael Donald, aka Kryptonite, in for Yomps here. And Sandblast does get killed by a trap, as the sack attempt that was probably going to come out of Trip or Patty is going to get delayed for now, as we see some aggression on the flank from the froyotech soldiers. Blaze can go down really low. He's actually going to go down here, as well as Slemnish to a trap.
Yep, that's the opening they need, and they're going to be rushing things in straight through the drop down, in fact. Oh, man, Patty, what are you doing, dude? You got to go or you got to stop. Y initiates from the alleyway. That's going to get them in. But, oh, man, just not a really good position for Bear. He's got no way to link up with his soldier. And now the counter comes in. froyotech is now rushing in. And Eric is going to pick up Patty there, who was a little bit disconnected like we saw. Bear, I don't know about that position. The heart was there following up with Trip, but I mean, it's just not a good position for your medic to keep your players alive, especially when the team has Uber.
Yeah, he was playing the troll under the bridge and got kind of stuck under there while the soldiers were up top, and he was trying to flash him. He actually did do a very good job of keeping Patty alive for a little bit longer, but eventually he is going to take too much damage and have to back out there, and we're going to see basically a reset on the side of both teams here. We're just kind of chilling, waiting for the next step. Ooh, Chip goes down really low, but he's actually going to get bowed up and kept alive here.
Oh, Blaze. I just see in the distance through the outline, just Blaze sky high coming through the alley, but he didn't have any prey to land on this time around. Saiga, though, set up in the house. He's got the trap with one sticky just conspicuously in the corner, just where the enemy team can see it, so they know not to peek out or overextend. But Eric really trying to tempt fate there. Spam Wars are once again back online. So many things coming this way and that way, but looks like Bear and the rest of the crew are going to be making their way in.
Yeah, you know what I want to see here? I want to see a little bit of mix-up. I want to see one of the pocket soldiers switch to like a banner, because they're the ones that are just kind of sitting here spamming. As we see the double sack here from Trip and Yosh. Yosh is going to get on the point as well. They're not going to get any. Oh, actually, they do get Habib. That's a pretty huge frag there, as no demo man on the side of froyotech, and they lose Blaze to a sticky trap. That's just getting careless there when you're already down your demo. You cannot do that. So that the main choke's gonna be free here for a Uber onto Patty. He gets in. He's gonna get saved by Bear. That was a really nice flasher to keep him alive. Sandblast is just standing there like saying, "Hey, if you need me, I'm here. We get the super." No demo still for the side of froyotech. They're gonna get a bomb onto Bear, but he's gonna make a really nice start to stay alive as the Uber's gonna transfer to the left side of the point. They're gonna go down 2 players. Slummish and Crypt are gonna go down, and they're gonna be trying to play around their mid, keep him alive. Oh, Saiga gets bowed down.
But overall, King's Crew just had such a phenomenal positioning advantage there. Saiga was just chipping away at the choke, looking at people left and right. Habib now trying to pull off the defense of his life. There's so many players coming in all different directions. He's gonna get focused down, and Patty just showing a dominating performance DM-wise. And that's going to be a 1-0 for King's Crew after the first, man, I don't even know. That was like maybe 15 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that. That was 21 minutes for this first back and forth. A lot of hot action going on here.
Yeah, we're going to see froyotech getting a little bit of, I don't know if they were getting bored there, but they were kind of throwing there when Blaze went down after Habib went down. So we're going to go into the second bit. Habib's going to take a lot of damage here from Saigai. Saigai's going to get traded out on him in just a moment. There's both soldiers come really aggressive onto Cookie Jake. He's going to go down really low, and he's going to end up staying alive for just a sliver of cheese. But his packet's stolen by Blaze! Oh, no! Oh, no! But Bear did go down in the back lines as well. Just a couple of scouts alive, but Sandblast is going to get traded out in the end. And it's just Saigai hiding in a corner behind. How could you do this to me, Blaze? My back.
Oh, I love this spot. There's no way they know. They don't actually know. Dude, if Saigai literally just went into the choke, he would have gotten them. But instead he's going to go straight for the medic and get the 2-shot! That was good, xattuu. That's what we live for. We live for the demo man doing the cheeky stuff and getting away with it.
Oh no.
So now with Cookie Jake once again on a 40-second respawn, virtually, we're going to be seeing a huge advantage in favor of King's Crew right now. Cookie Jake already behind by 60%. We're seeing if a little bit of an opening can happen inside this valley, but right now froyotech's trying to do some cheeky stuff inside the house. Blaze may be wrapping in through the little connector here. Ton of damage on a Trip, who is disconnected from the rest of his squad, and now Sandblast kind of goes in. They're bleeding players when they have advantage, and now they're going to be in a tricky spot here because froyotech can definitely do a lot of good things here to mess up and disrupt this Uber.
Yeah, that was really poor play from sorry, the side of the Kings crew. They got a little too excited with their Uber advantage and just kind of fed 2 players in the lobby when they knew those players existed. Sai's gonna get bombed onto by Blaze. He's gonna go down pretty low here, but he's gonna get a bow up, and Blaze is actually gonna end up going down that back line. And so is Crypt. But in this time, the Ubers are pretty much evened up. It's gonna be even Ubers on both sides, 100%. As looks like we're gonna get some pressure in the valley from Guy by himself, actually with no heals, as the rest of his team's pushing through house. I'm not sure if froyotech's aware of where the combo of Kings crew is, so they're gonna be busting in from top left here. They're going to get both soldiers into the mid as Cookie Jake's going to be trying to dodge it, and the Uber's going to come in to save Sandblast and Patty here.
The counter doesn't look that much better for froyotech. They've got a lot of players split up, and Tripwire as well as Patty going to be doing a ton of damage here. Yosh tried to follow it up, but could not quite do it. He does not have enough health to go around corners safely. And it's Slemnish also trying to pull some stuff off here, but Guy, he's turned on tonight, man. He's got the pipes on lock. And they're taking down all these different players. Blaze, the last player alive, all the way back at his own second. No forward spot. No, they just barely missed it. So froyotech is going to have Habib setting up shop here in the front lines. Patty getting blasted back into the house. It's looking a little bit better for froyotech to hold on and get a little more time to breathe. But that disadvantage is going to be the big difference here.
Yeah, that's going to be, let's see what they can do. It's unfortunate they didn't get the forward spawns, because that was a free second if they denied the forward spawns from froyotech. There's just some unfortunate point management there. They should have been able to deny them, but they just didn't quite get on the point fast enough. You see some really high soldier bombs from the flank here. The Ubers actually come out immediately. They're going to nuke him in the doorway. Slemnish goes down. There's some really good damage on the Cookie Jake, but he's going to live on 10 health. Oh, that was so close. And the rest of... Oh, he died! Sandblast in front of the back gets 2 kills, but the backup on mid from froyotech's gonna come through in just a second as the demo's bombing in to try to stop this point, and he's gonna. The side guy's insane.
And despite all of that, no one is dead on the side of King's crew. That backup definitely worked in their favor. Slemnish not gonna be staying up on sniper, trying to get a cheeky little pick there from the forward spawn. They're going to be a little bit weary, though. They know there's someone there. They saw he was up. They're ready for it, but no, he back spawned, so they're just going to grab their second. They made the right decision committing to mid because they kept all their players alive and now have all the advantage in the world to work with. They're still suspicious, but it's not going to matter. They're going to be pushing in before it's too late.
That was a huge stack there on mid, actually. Just barely denied the forward spawns. I mean, I don't think they realize how people might realize how important that is. They don't have to use their Uber for second now. They can just use their Uber in the last. It looks like they're taking their scout and their demo through this far left door on their perspective. They're going to get into the gun immediately. It's going to be not going down. They're going to try to get some time on the point. There's some stickies on this. Heavy still full health in the corner. They're getting some bomb. He's eventually going to go down. That's 1 pick on the side of King's crew. The Uber's at 75% here for Cookie Jake, but Michael Crypt is going to go down as Sandblast is standing on the point. He's going to get dropped as well. Cookie Jake's in, but they're just gonna stand on the point. We're 2 up. 2-0 for the side of King's crew.
There's only 3 minutes left in this half. I'm sorry, I just barely missed what you said.
Is this gonna be an upset? Are we looking at the start of an upset?
Oh yeah, we are looking at the upset. It's already been here. I mean, it's really gonna come down to this mid. If froyotech can kind of get their footing again. Habib down low, already getting locked out by the demo man. Will he be able to? He's just so low and so many stickies. They're gonna call it out for it. Patty now playing that shotgun roamer sentry on top of the point here. Gonna be able to get a little bit of help to take down Kryptonite, but it's a little bit rough though. The scouts on froyotech are not to be trifled with, and they are getting picks left and right. Sandblast though also making a splash. Gonna get taken down here by Slemnish, who's now making his way back to the point.
They're on him. Oh, Cookie Jake gets no! I mean, for Cookie Jake, excuse me. Saigai just bombed thing. Gets the double pipe kill onto the medic. That was huge. He just bombs over the top, and Saigai just can't be stopped. He's too good. He's too good.
Every class he touches is just graced with perfect aim, and we're seeing that in full force tonight. froyotech, though, at least they managed to get the mid. They got a little bit of ground, a cheeky little sticky trap, kind of shoddily made if you ask me, but you know, Habib tried his best. He's under pressure. We'll see if anyone can die to this. No.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. I don't don't think anyone's noticed it. Yeah, okay, no.
Oh, he did it.
Didn't grab it any, so nice try, but no.
Yeah, that was Bear. Since Bear died instantly in that mid, he got killed by the double soldier aggression for from froyotech, excuse me. So he's gonna have actually a pretty large Uber advantage here, 99% taking up to 100, as they're gonna be looking to push into mid here with this advantage. Cookie Jake's pretty far forward here. I don't know if he's aware of this advantage. He's at 85%. But Kingsu's gonna back out. They lose Patty, and they're gonna back out. That could have been dangerous for froyotech. I would have liked to see if Kingsu recognized how far forward the medic on froyotech was. I would have liked to see him go here. As the Uber's gonna get popped out immediately. This is a terrible Uber. This Uber took so long to get forced out of Kingsu, as a couple players are gonna escape onto flank here, and Yoshi's gonna get dropped down to low health, but Crypt goes down in the meantime, and we're gonna see a stalemate out as Sandblast just kind of waddles into the team and feeds. And so does Yosh. Ow.
Oh!
And Bear dies too?
This is just
away this round.
absurd stuff, but Saigai is the factor to be looking at here. He's got eyes on the medic, but can't quite finish it off. I really wanted to point out there, the way froyotech played that was really interesting. They got the force, and then their medic got disconnected, and they reconvened. Like, all 4 players that were not, like, immediately disconnected were waiting in alley to push back in, and that's where they are right now. All the way back to the last here. Gonna get time on the point. I'm gonna sneeze!
Spawner!
Sorry.
Spawner's gonna come in from the side of Kings with huge arrows from Bear to keep his team alive. Huge arrows. Bear's insane. He's hitting every single arrow to keep his team in it. He's just keeping his he's keeping Patty alive so long. Bear's the MVP of this fight if they win it. But it looks like just the sheer numbers on the side of froyotech's just gonna end that round very quickly. That was nuts from Bear. He probably hit 5 arrows on the Patty to keep him alive. Anyway, so we're going to be going into this last middle of this round, but looks like we're just going to hang out as there's only 15 seconds left. We're not really going to get any, not possible to get anything off of this.
No, we're going to get something insanely off on this.
Are
You
we?
ready? Eyes on Habib. He goes down lower, and what the...
No one's there. Oh, Yosh decided to show up to mid, but that's about it as Kingsu rolls in slowly to that mid. That was, I'm really impressed with what Kingsu's doing. They made a couple of mistakes here, but froyotech have not been able to capitalize off the mistakes that they usually are able to do, and it's been looking pretty good here for Kingsu overall. I think that their holds have been really good. Bear's not really been getting forced out in very many situations. You know, no matter how many times Blaze has been sacking onto him, so he's been doing a really good job of staying alive. His team's been doing a really good job of keeping him up. We're gonna see what we're gonna be doing on this next half coming up shortly. Who's been your standout player here, Ro?
Standout player. I mean, it's really tough to say that. There's just a lot of different factors going into it. I've been noticing a lot of whiffs in this match in particular, but I mean, I think the biggest one is obviously Saigai. I mean, he's hitting everything. There is nothing beyond his sight. He's got the no pressure, see a scout in house, and not be torn or distraught, not distracted by it. And he just instantly turns the corner and 2-pipes the medic while getting juggled. I mean, to have that resolve in those moments, I mean, even Habib has already like kind of said it in chat. Nice plays, Sai.
Yeah, Sai's been turning up this game. He's obviously got a couple of pauses, so none of these damage stats are correct on the logs. We see Froyo Bane coming in with the 1 kill, 1 death. What is going on, buddy? Just kidding, that's some BM. Anyway, I see Sandblast on the top of the scoreboard by about 7 frags right now. He's got 26, and the closest one to him is Slumnish with 19. We see some big damage coming in from Froyo Habib, as he's putting out a large amount of damage. Obviously, it's not correct, like I said, but it looks like 242. It's about 30 higher than the next closest person, who's Patty on the side of King's Crew. That's what you like to see. And speaking of, we got to take a look at the heals. It's actually Slumnish topping out the heal board on the side of, oh, excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong team. It's actually Patty and Sandblast, with Saigai only taking about 18%. Patty coming in with a hot 31% heals.
Yeah. Heal numbers.
He's the one walking forward, getting healed, taking the damage. I want to see Patty's damage taken stat. He's got about 40 more damage per minute taken he's been dealing. That's the
I
ideal
mean,
pocket on Metalworks.
yeah, that's just how it goes, especially when you're a shotgun gamer. You're going to be going in there, you're going to be trying to get as much damage as possible because you got the 1-2 punch, just like we have right now in this little pregame. Oh, well, I guess we have the stats up, not the the halftime gameplay. But when you've got a rocket launcher and a shotgun, you can just fire one while you're landing, instantly switch, and just dumpster in a quick 90 damage meat shot if you've got the aim. And that's the kind of way Patty plays.
Yeah, he's been looking pretty good this game. We'll be waiting for this next half to go live. Yeah, so I think overall on the side of King's, you know, Patty's been turning up, Side's been turning up. You know, their synergy's actually been looking really good since they've just kind of recently been starting to play together. Bear's been doing really good things on the side on his medic class currently, keeping himself alive. But shout out to Cookie Jake as well for doing the same on the side of froyotech.
Did anyone top out the air shots that you can see on the stats?
On the stats, oh, let's take a look at the air shots real quick. Let's see. I know Saga got a couple, but topping out the board is Blaze with 5, Sai with 4, and Trip on 3. So that means that Blaze is actually the best player on the server. It doesn't matter about the rest of the stats.
Yeah, it just goes without saying. If you can't hit him in the air, are you even trying?
What? Is that a saying? I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, you'd have to be an invite to know it.
Oh. I mean, I played a season back in season 30. Wait, when did I play? I don't even remember. It's been a minute. It's ESCA. Anyway, we are. I played medic though, so I guess I wasn't really hitting the air shots. Lamau. Yeah. Did anyone clip the side guy med pick? Lucy, did we get that on camera? Yes. Lucy says yes. Is that true?
It is
that
true.
true?
This was like one of the few moments where I went in first person too. I was like, let me see what Saw Guy's doing. And then all was like me and Lucer, we were just synchronized right there. We just knew it was time to watch Side Guy.
It's almost always time
man,
to
it was
watch
beautiful.
Side Guy.
It was actually beautiful. Like he literally turned the corner from the first person perspective. He literally turned the corner, held W right into the medic, fired one pipe, got juggled by the soldier into the medic, and then while he was midair, he shot the other pipe and killed the medic.
Sai's just the perfect gamer. There's nothing you can do. There's actually nothing you can do when someone's hitting all their shots like that. Like I know what you're saying. Like wow, froyotech should have expected that, but it's like if somebody just hits all their shots, there's nothing you can do about it. Like you just when you're playing against a perfect gamer, you're just gonna lose, and that's why froyotech is losing right now because Sai's just a perfect gamer.
I mean, perfect is maybe a bit ambitious. Because a perfect gamer would be, what, 22-0 right now?
Alright, well, I mean, sometimes you gotta die to be the perfect gamer, you know? And if he's gotta go in and get the med pick to get those plays done, you're gonna end up dying at some point.
I'll concede on that point. If you're going for a suicide play to kill a medic and you succeed, that's a good play. But if you're the perfect gamer, you won the mid for your team, and you don't have to chase down the medic.
No, because he's a perfect gamer because he succeeded in his suicide attempt too, so he also died. Yeah, see?
We'll leave that one to the jury to decide. But we'll be waiting for them to ready up. We have froyotech ready to roll already. It's just down to King's Crew. They're making their final say-sos of what they need to do to maintain this advantage, this lead they have going into the second half. There'll be 30 minutes on the clock. All King's Crew needs to do is stay up around for 30 minutes, which on Metalworks, with how back and forth it's been, especially since the first round, that could happen. But at the very least, they could try to get 3 rounds on the board and then close it out early for all of us tonight so we can get some sleep. So we'll see how it unfolds.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to be starting this second half up soon as we're kind of just waiting for King's Crew here. Looks like we got somebody AFK in the back. Who is this? It's like Yosh. We're waiting for them to get started here. Right now we're looking at the stats where you see Froyo banning on there, 1-1, and no Slemnish on the stats. What's going on, Lucer?
Honestly, I gotta say, the fact that Banyan only got 1 kill, honestly, what is he even doing on froyotech anymore?
Right? Only
Washed
one
up.
kill throughout the entire first half. Come on, man. Yeah, but Kryptonite's been on the turn out. You know, Kryptonite's been doing a pretty good showing here. He's been playing pretty strong here on the side of froyotech. He's been getting the plays in when he needs, and he's actually been staying alive pretty well when Blaze, excuse me, has been going and trying to get the picks. He's been keeping his medic alive with the aggression as well. So you love to see that from the side of your pocket soldier, especially on a sub where you just kind of got thrown into it.
Ooh, well, I already know what we're gonna be doing as soon as this next mid starts. We're just waiting on what's his face, Trip, or excuse me, somebody. I don't know which person. Whoever looks AFK right now.
I think that's Yosh.
In the server. Yosh. Yosh is doing what they call the hand wash skip. It's the fastest way to make use of your break. It's called speedrun tech.
Speedrunning to wash my hands. Yeah, so we're gonna see taking another look at the stats as froyotech unreadies. I thought they were gonna get started. That's a yikes from me, dog.
Yeah, don't be baited by sounds. Didn't you know that was a not ready sound, not a ready sound?
They sound the same. Actually,
no, there's a huge difference.
No,
Chat, back me up.
Same
Is xattuu actually unable to tell the difference between the ready up and the not ready up sound? Yes or no in chat?
That was the ready sound because it's the same sound. It's just played backwards or forwards. All right. Well, Lucer's being toxic in the mumble. Thank God you guys can't hear him. Anyway, we're just watching some DM here as somebody just hits a huge air shot onto somebody else. Not sure who that was, but somebody got owned. A later kid. We're still just kind of waiting for our teams to ready up here. Yosha's been peeing for about 4 minutes straight, non-stop. That's the word from Sandblast right now. You heard it here first, folks.
Actually, I can actually shed some light on this situation. Yosha's one of those people who sits down to pee, and what actually happened is he fell into the toilet.
Well, you know, when you sit down to pee, actually, you know, you probably should sit down to pee when you're in your own house because, you know, that's only your butt touches that toilet. So it's not like you have to worry about other people's butt touching your butt. And if you sit down to pee, don't that up splash with everywhere.
A really good story. It's one of those like spooky like what is it called? Like a 2-sentence horror story.
Bro, I'm taking over this cast. What? We are not transitioning from that.
Wait, Lucy, are you talking in game right now?
I might be.
In the mode. Okay, well, don't you agree though that if you pee standing up, it's
all right? He's muted. We are not doing this. All right, xattuu, you're unmuted.
Anyway, bro,
and that's how babies are formed.
What the fuck?
We're live, and I already know I'm gonna be going. We're gonna be taking. I've got the next like 30 seconds down here, xattuu. You follow me? I got eyes on the prize, and that is Patty. We was Kang's crew. He's already got his little stat stick coming in through. He's gonna be walking his way, and as soon as he gets that buff, as soon as he gets that buff, he's going to land on the head of Cookie Jake.
All right, we'll see what he does. Here he comes. He's currently standing on top of a shack, and he takes a lot of damage. He's currently not getting healed at all. He's going to walk forward. He's going to jump in now. He's going to shoot out some soldiers in the doorway, and he's actually getting a lot of damage. He's going to get both of them with the help of Yoshi. He's going to be a low health here, looking for another bow from his buddy Bear, who is actually currently dead to the pistol of Eric. So he's going to be looking here, maybe get a play onto Cookie Jake, as he's got 2 scouts alive with him on the point. It's not looking good here for Patty. He's gonna be walking forward. He's gonna jump in now. He's gonna absolutely dive. But he gets on the kill and he gets the kill anyway. That's a huge play from Patty. You were right, Ro. We should have just been watching him the entire game.
Maybe not the entire game, but definitely that mid. But froyotech definitely going to be capping things off here with the much better exchange in this mid.
And
They are going to be sitting on a huge disadvantage, though, because Cookie Jake did fall down right at the end. So huge advantage in favor of Bear, who made the tactical play of dying early in the mid fight, I guess you could say.
Did Saiga just feed after the mid fight? Like, did he die on the mid and then just respawn and then feed immediately again? Because he just went down super late there. I'm not sure what happened there, but he's going to get on the respawn now. It's going to be a 30% Uber advantage here on the side of Bear. Let's see if they're able to recognize that and do something with it. But already, Cookie Jake is all the way back on his side of middle. It looks like I kind of want to see them do another valley push here and try not to use in the mid at all. As I said, that pushing into house.
Yeah, they're going to be Ubering right away because they know they have that advantage. They got to take advantage of it now or never. Habib, though, going to get launched in the skybox, not make it out alive. A couple other pickup frags here on Kryptonite, but the rest of the froyotech have gotten out pretty much unscathed. And they're going to be lining things up with the Uber of their own, maybe catching out some people who overextend inside the house. We'll see how King's Crew opts to push this, because if they send 5 players into a blaze with an Uber, thankfully he got dropped.
Oh, he gets dropped.
They would have gotten punished, but they will survive.
Yeah, still no demo on the side of froyotech. Yoshi's gonna go down in the lower, and Trip's gonna get dropped low as well. It looks like they're not gonna be able to capitalize off the no Habib presence on the side of froyotech, trying to force out the Uber. But froyotech's pushing into their valley here. They're gonna bomb their demo in forward. No Uber popped out yet, as Habib's gonna go take a lot of damage on the point. He's gonna go down low, but still no Uber. Sandblast is gonna go down on the side of King's Crew. The Uber is gonna come up for Bear, but without this pocket scout, they're just gonna back out to second point and kind of concede the middle for free. And then we're gonna see the big 5-head trap in the middle of the ceiling, above the doorway from Sai here. It's gonna get dropped down by Habib. That was an interesting trap. But
it has some utility if you do it a little bit better.
Called out from Ro. Your traps are bad. We're gonna see a bomb in. Bear's gonna get dropped down to 6 health, but he's not gonna pop that Uber. He's like, nah, you gotta do better than that if you want me to use my Uber. So he's gonna stand strong, hold that Uber as froyotech feeds 2 for him, and we're gonna see some aggression here. Saikai is extremely low though. He's 8 health on the flank, kind of waddling around by himself as Patty's gonna get in here. He's gonna get blasted in the skybox. The Uber's gonna come up from Bear. He's gonna try to save Patty. He does, and he's gonna flash Sandblast as well. But this Uber's not looking good for Bear. A much better Uber on the side of froyotech, but they're still down 2 players. Their players just arrived on the scene, and they're not gonna be able to chase. As Crypt jumps in the flank and gets dumpsters. Patty just lands on his head with a rocket, but he is gonna get traded out in the end.
Pretty favorable exchange here, especially for froyotech on the offensive. Less players to defend makes it a little bit easier to flood them in, but one less soldier, however, makes it a little bit harder to initiate. Scouts don't quite have an edge on this second point, at least not without a little bit of a forward position, especially from someone like a Kryptonite or a Blaze. So they're going to be waiting things up and actually pulling out the secret tech coming out from Eric here. We'll see how they're going to be using it to the best of their ability. This is the first we've seen in this match tonight.
This is the first off class we've seen all night?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're going to be watching as Eric is going to be pushing here. What are the angles you're looking for here on Sniper?
Lower is probably the best one, and Eric's opting for it right off the bat. Usually you want to make sure at least one person is watching the drop down area to see if a soldier jumps over, the medic, or the whole team rotates. So right now, Sandblast just dips his little toe in, and he's going to get instantly a body shot. But wisely, not overextending, does probably notice out the legs of the sniper. And so now Eric's going to have to try a little bit harder to get these angles. Oh, man.
Taking in the house here. Yosh is tempting fate there with his ball. He's just hilarious. Every time he's got the ball off below, he's got his Wrap Assassin out looking for the angle. As we see a bomb here from Blaze, he's going to go in and feed. He's got a lot of damage on the trip, but everyone's pretty much going to stay alive, get bowed up by Bear, so we're chilling right now. No peak or aggressive play from the rest of froyotech while that bomb came in. They're kind of hoping they were just all focused on the sniper and weren't really paying attention to the soldier bomb. As we're going to see the Uber get forced out into lobby here instantly on the mid from Bear and his scout Sandblast. Bear's going to escape into the lobby, and Saiga's going to go on the flank. He was by himself again, such low health. Yoshi's going to go really low, and he's going to go down here. Headshot ringing out onto Trip, and Patty's going to go down as well. And it's everybody down except for Sandblast and Bear, and they're going to have to concede the second point to froyotech.
Yeah, really good stuff here coming out from froyotech. definitely leading the charge here. Already into last. They're just going to let their sniper cap Eric and see if they can lock this out. But this is the perfect opportunity for the respawns to punish these overextended players. Saigai, though, getting kind of pushed back. He doesn't really have the room to breathe. And that's going to be poor little Yosh falling down as well. They're going to initiate, reconvene onto this bridge. Poor Mr. Habib does get locked out. Eric is going to get pressured on here at any moment now. And with Trip also pushing forward, it's going to be really difficult for anyone to try and do anything here. So froyotech has to back out here. Eric, though, going to try and keep on the pressure if he can.
2 down on the side of froyotech with a sniper. That's not ideal for them. They're basically 3 down at that point unless Eric can get a shot, which he does not. So it's going to be a 3-second point here for the side of King's Crew. There's going to be even Ubers on both sides, 100%. We got 23 minutes left in the second half, and we're still looking at 2-1 in favor of King's Crew. Looks like we're stalemating out again. We still have this. No, Eric went back and swapped off sniper, so he's back on scout now. Somebody held the door open for him, so it's gonna be cookie cutter lineup on both sides. We're probably gonna see another sack from Blaze here shortly. He's gonna get buffed up. He's walking on the flank. He's gonna see Trip there, trade a little bit of spam, and they're walking forward with their demo. They're just gonna try to get a bomb on that Trip, but he's gonna just evacuate the area as Slemish feeds from the lower, and we see a bomb here from Blaze. Gets a nice rock on the Bear, but then kills himself on the wall. Unfortunate from him. Bear's another nice hold there. He's not gonna pop to that kind of. You gotta do better if you're gonna make Bear pop.
Exactly. He's feeling his oats, as my friend Marxist would say. But Habib, however, doing a very good job of playing the pipe game, the sticky deck game, and getting a nice little pick on Patty, who once again really good at getting forward, but needs the medic with him to stay alive. And a lot of aggression coming out from. Wow, the damage from Kryptonite was enough for Eric to do a rotating drive-by and take out Sandblast, who was waiting patiently in the corner for an arrow, but it was not there.
We see a bomb here from Blaze. He's going to try to make some space for his team as Habib just kind of standing on the bridge, spamming some pipes in toward Bear. They're going to put the rest of their team on a flank here. They're kind of trying to walk forward, but they decide not to, and they back out there. I don't know if you caught that, but it was pretty funny when Patty went down. He was standing still in lobby trying to shotgun some sticky, then just gets double piped from Habib from lower. That was pretty comical to watch. As Patty is again on sticky duty, clearing out Habib's stickies with his handy shotgun. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I wouldn't mind seeing one of these soldiers switch off to a banner of some sorts. It can be very useful on this point when everybody's kind of staying alive for a long time except for the roaming soldier, and maybe get an advantage off of that. As Eric's going to go really low, Habib's going to go very low as well as they try to aggress in this flank. But Patty's going to drop the stickies, just laying on stickies on the ramp. Oh no! That's unfortunate.
Yes, exactly. And Trip was trying to get a little bit of aggression there onto froyotech as they were making their way in through this valley. Not going to come, though. One last bomb from Trip will get a little bit of damage somewhere, but not enough to get a frag. And Eric is just roaming around the back now. We're going to get eyes on him. Sandblast is Ubered on the point. The chase is coming down from Slemnish. Eric has rotated back. He's not going to go for the flank. He's waiting to push with his team, which is a wise decision considering it's almost pretty much even numbers. But froyotech might overextend here once again. Thankfully, though, they are just playing it nice and careful and cautious. They've got even Ubers, all their numbers, just got to wait it out, find an opportunity to push in. This is a rare position, xattuu. I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but we're on last with the Ubers.
I'm very confused. I've never seen this point in my life. I'm actually kind of lost right now. Did we take a wrong turn somewhere? Anyway, we're finally off of the second point. We're going to see an sentry gun come up for Yosh as he's snacking that up, trying to build that up to a level 2 at the moment. We're going to see froyotech building up their Uber. They're probably going to send in Blaze again for his 42nd death of this game, coming up shortly as he's only been sacking this entire match. And start walking forward here on the right side, but they're going to get counterbombed by Trip, who's just going to kind of force them out. But they are still trying it again. They don't get the upward directs onto Trip, and they're just kind of going to wait here for something to happen. We're just kind of looking at each other through this shuttered doorway.
Oh, I like Patty's position, though. He's a little bit really committed to this, keeping the spam angles up. No one's punishing him, though. Blaze tries to get in, and great rotation from Patty.
He forces and gets the gun!
But how? How did he do it?
Oh no, and Patty feeds too. This is not good. The full Uber charge is coming in from froyotech. They're not the best of health right now. Cookie Jake's gonna get some damage. He's gonna have to use off his Uber immediately. Yoshi's got the shotgun crits right now. They got a heavy out who doesn't have a quite full buff yet. He's gonna get bowed up by Bear, but he's gonna go down shortly. Yes, he's gonna go down as Yosh is back on scout. We got Saigon and Demo taking heals here. Bear again with these clutch arrows keeping his team alive, but there's just too many people alive for froyotech, and they're going to end up losing out this round unless though.
Really good bomb though from Patty there. That angle was tricky to get the right height, the right speed to land around the corner quickly, but like we say, too little too late. It's going into our first tied up after 42 minutes. Everything is tied up now.
Yeah, we're gonna go into 2-2 here onto this fifth mid, I think we're on. And then we're gonna see both demos kind of trading us in spam. No one's really done a lot of damage yet. We're gonna see both soldiers bombing here, really aggressive here for xattuu. Trip's gonna get suspended in the skybox, so if he doesn't going down, Blaze gonna get the same treatment to him though, as we see Eric walking across the point here pretty aggressively. He did a lot of damage into the scouts here. Crip's gonna bomb forward with his the rest of his scouts, and it looks like xattuu just gonna be taking too much damage here, and they're gonna have to back out. Side guy's going down really low, but he gets the pipe on Slim. This might be the repush here. They got extra gamers alive. They're gonna go pushing into both teams. Bear has an Uber here. Cookie Jake does not quite have his yet. He's only at 95%. We see the demo and the scout pushing in from Valley here. They're walking forward, trying to get a lot of damage, but Habib has arrived back on the scene. The Uber gets forced out, but still no. Bear drops 2 players. He drops Yosh and his demo. They're gonna have to just run out of here with Sandblast. They just have to leave right now.
And it's going to be very tough. They got the soldiers on the respawn, able to put in some spam to try and throw off this aggression. Kryptonite and Blaze taking a ton of damage here, but Sandblast whiffing all his shots. And now the rest of froyotech's respawns have found their way back to the point, and they're going to be grabbing up all these frags. Bear just finally linking up with someone to start building up this Uber. It's going to be about a 6-second advantage if they decide not to push, but they're going straight in. Froyotech has no fear, and they got aggression on Saigai, who's got the pipes to spare. Able to do a ton of damage here. It's down to Yosh, but there it is. Enough pressure around the bend.
Just stood on the point.
Yeah.
Cookie Jake was on the point the entire time. He's going to end up capping it out for his team. We're going to see a 3-2 here for froyotech. They're bringing it back.
I'm really excited for this. Froyotech really know how to snowball. I wish I could think of a clever name for like snowball, froyo ball. Froyo lol.
Froball. Froyo. Well, Froyo is like the frozen yogurt, right? I mean, that's kind of... Anyway, we're back on this mid. Cookie Jake's going to take a lot of damage at the start of this mid. He's going to actually go down to a bomb from Patty, as the rest of his froyotech's going to be pushing forward. There's just the Cookie Jake frag for the kills on the Trip and Patty. Both soldiers down the side of xattuu as they just assassinate Cookie Jake and dip. Like, we're out of here, kids. That we got what we came for. They're going to be building up this Uber on second point, and froyotech's going to eventually cap out middle.
Yeah, froyotech now having to wait and decide how they're going to defend against this eventual push. We've been seeing it all game. These medics like to use very, very early, try and get some ground in through the house so they don't have to worry about any stickies around the bend, because almost assuredly, if you're pushing into mid, you know there's stickies above every single doorway. So Valley is their option for this push, but last time we saw this, there was a little bit of a double flank play, and we see actually 3 people making their way in through house, and this time Kingscrew is wizened up to it and have managed to spook them out of it. So no little backclap shenanigans. It's just me, Blaze, bombing in right as the Uber comes out. Sai's really deep into this house, trying to make something happen here, but doesn't really connect with anything. The Ubers have been flashing left and right, and Kryptonite is ready to initiate.
Yeah, we got a soldier in behind behind here, trying to distract the rest of Kingscrew, as a bomb from Trip's going to go in. He's getting a lot of damage on the combo. Habib's going to go really low, as well as Slemnish. They're both going to go down. Habib's currently separated from his medic, as Crip's in on the medic. He gets Bear. Oh, they knew he was there, but he just came at the right time, got when they were all distracted trying to walk forward, and Bear's going to go down from the solo soldier bomb, which honestly should never happen.
Now Kingscrew is sitting on their mid with no medic. It's looking like an easy retake for froyotech. And Cookie Jake's just gotta fade one cheeky little bomber, and all will be well. The rest of froyotech not really in a ultimately defensive position, but no, Kingscrew knows better than to try and bleed players at this time. They need all 6 to try and pull something together, maybe have one player take the fall while everyone else backs up, so they can maintain an advantage. Here comes Habib immediately Ubering off the bridge, trying to cut off these escape routes through the garage. Not going to be connecting. He's flailing his pipes left and right. A nice little pickup onto Patty there. That last pipe into a nice little Slemnish shot will take it down, but how long can they go? They've got all the aggression and all the pressure, but none of the openings.
Yeah, that was a really nice disengage there from Kingscrew. They almost got out completely fine, except Patty getting caught by a couple of pipes there at the end. He's gonna go down, like you were saying. We got Eric hiding in the corner here, but he's going to get spotted out by Trip. He's going to actually have to back out. He's just going to get the heck out of there. You see a full Uber charge here for Bear. They're going to be pushing through his door. It's ticking above. They're going to use through. Everyone's going to get through fine. They're going to get some aggression in the lobby. They got a couple players behind them right now, though, as the Uber's trying to go forward. They got 2 players behind. We got Kryptonite and Eric, but they're going to get a kill onto both of them and clean those kills up easily as they get some really good cap time on a second here, but full Uber here for Cookie Jake. 2 players down, though.
Yeah, it's looking really good opportunity for them to try and get Y in. Trip does make his bomb. He's found his link around the bend, but that was right as Patty was pushing down main, and now both soldiers are going to die for nothing. I mean, they got the force, but 2 players dying for a force there. Probably not the best result, especially when it's your soldiers who are the best defensive force while you're waiting on your demo man. Saigai now trying to spam onto the point here, not really going to get any lines towards that, so it's just going to be sitting on a 50 ad with not any really great opportunities to push out.
Yeah, we're just going to reset there as we're back on the King's Crew on their last with an Uber advantage. Only about 50% right now as they're going to be building up by the side of froyotech. Froyotech is so far back here. There's so many stickies on these doorways here. There's no way for King's Crew to get in cleanly as they're trying to look for something. 70% already on the side of Cookie Jake. As Patty's going to go behind. Sandblast gets dropped to a sneaky trap. It's just Yoshi in here with his Uber. They're trying to get aggressive here. Patty's going to drop really low. Like he's going to go down as well. 2 down on the side of King's Crew, but they still have this Uber charge. Cookie Jake doesn't quite have his yet. Kryptonite's gonna come in. He's gonna miss his rockets onto Bear, but Bear's gonna get forced anyway as the Uber from froyotech comes in. No cap time. They do get the cap eventually. Flash is coming out from Bear. Beam's gonna get caught. He's gonna get air shot by Trip, and his fight's gonna break down. We gotta see Blaze coming in from the flank as well. We got a couple scouts in lower, and it looks like King's Crew's gonna back out with their point capture. They're gonna try to retake this fight though.
Yeah, really good stuff from froyotech, but they can't quite commit to it. Slemnish a little bit, super close to dying there. And Saigai is now ready to lead the charge. He knows there's no soldiers quite in the fray, so he's going to be going through this house without a fear, without a care in the world. And now the rush comes in. Patty tries to jump in, is getting denied just a little bit. froyotech keeping the spam up. Really nice double sticky in midair. Sandblast just casually walking into it. And now Slemnish is on the pressure. Both scouts trying to jump in here. It looks like a really great opportunity for Kryptonite to make his bomb. He lands over the top, gets on top of the medic. Can't quite get it, but he does pick up Patty and then shoots himself. He's going to be getting the final kill streak on himself.
Oh, Bear just barely holds on to his Uber. Both he and Saigai are under 50 health. Bear just is not going to pop the Uber. That's hugely held onto the Uber. You know, I was worried that when he dropped Patty that they were going to have a really terrible Uber, but they actually didn't stay alive. As Uber comes in immediately from froyotech, a much better Uber from Bear. There's a lot of flashing on the side of froyotech. Something does get launched in the sky, but he is able to escape. As we just need to see a reset here after both those Ubers came out, and nothing really happened.
Yeah, but that's probably the best result you could have when you're on the defensive side. You want to be in a position where you can grab a little more time and get a much more favorable exchange. When you're on the offensive team, you just got to keep throwing yourself at it until something works. But in this position, froyotech with 1 round up and 10 minutes on the clock, they don't really have anything on the clock for themselves. So we'll see if King's Crew is going to get a little antsy at some point, or if froyotech is going to overextend and make a mistake.
Yeah, we're going to see another gun going up from the side of Yoshi on this blue container next to his last point. We're going to be in it for the long haul, but King's Crew is down 1 round right now to froyotech's 3 rounds. So they are... 2 to 3, sorry. They're down around overall, so they got to get out there last somehow. As we're gonna see a bomb here from somebody shortly. As Blaze is kind of looking around, but here he comes. He's gonna bomb it. The gun's gonna see him. He's gonna get blasted in the skybox, and he's gonna get pushed out of there. He's gonna get back into like no. He's gonna get chased down by Trip. So there's your sack from Blaze. It's really hard to bomb first of the century. You can see so much of the last point. As we're gonna see some aggression from. King's Crew, but they know that Habib's got stickies everywhere. Like he's just watching through this window. He's daring them to push right now. He's just like looking at them like, do you see the demo staring you through the window? You're like, yeah, nah,
no.
we're not, nah. We're gonna see a sand blast on the spy class. He is currently cloaking in a corner. He's walking out of last, so he's committed to the spy play. We see Eric on the sniper on the other side here, but we're more interested in Sandblast right now. Eric's gonna be trying to peek through Shutter, but Sandblast is all the way behind. He's gotten all the way back. He's all the way back to the second here. We're gonna see Blaze kind of wandering around. He's kind of like checking for something, just being the invite player. You know, he's played invite so long. He knows all these different gimmicks that people are gonna try to pull. So he's always looking behind him. Sandblast creeping onto the bridge. He's using the cloak and dagger, so he's just kind of slowly walking forward. But there's a lot of people moving around here on the side of froyotech. It's gonna be hard for him to come in and get a stab here. As Eric's speaking really aggressively on the right side here. Trip's gonna spot him out there and kind of spam him back.
Man, this is such a great position on this right side. They're trying to play around their sniper. There it is. Ah, man.
After all that, High Sandblast just runs in and butter knifes the sniper. What is he doing? Eric's gonna go down really low, but he's gonna get bowed up, so it doesn't really matter. As we're gonna get some spam onto the gun here a little bit, but again, Blaze gets super down. He's gonna escape on 9 health. No, he's gonna get chased down by Trip. But Crypt dies as well, so that's 2 down on the side of froyotech. We'll see if Kingsphere is able to do anything with this. Habib's probably got some sticky summer. I don't see any of them now. A missed shot here from Eric as they're going to be pushing through Shredder. Uber gets used immediately. Habib's going to take a lot of damage, but he's going to get flashed and get kept alive as the Uber's going to get traded out here. It's a little bit better Uber for froyotech as Uber's going to fade way too early on Baron. He's going to get piped down Habib, but a lot of damage onto Cookie Jake here in the corner. But I'm not sure if Kingsphere knows where he is. They're not able to get a plan. The stick is out from Trip, and Trip just runs for the hell back and dies. Oh, that's unfortunate. As we see 2 up on last,
this
scout
Yosh.
from Yosh. And Saigai. They're not going to get anything in. Saigai's going to get a couple stamp kills, but not going to get anything. It's just Yosh alive. We see Bear coming in with his Ubersoft fighting. Oh, that was rude. As Eric throws out the taunt after interrupting the medic duel on point. How rude.
Yeah, we wanted to know once and for all who deserved to sit in that throne on froyotech's medic slot. But this time, well, we won't know because Eric had to ruin it.
Yeah, we're going into our next middle here. I forgot what number mid we're on, but we're going to see both Demomen rolling up top. Both are going to... Oh, actually, Habib's going to change his mind and go lower here as Saigai's got a lot of really good early damage on, you know, sticking out. You know, froyotech's going to be really late to this bit, but they do get the first pick on the Sandblast, and Patty's going to go down here as well. And it looks like the rest of Kingsphere is just going to escape. And I don't know, man. I'm not really feeling the same energy here from Kingsphere as we saw in the first half. I feel like they're kind of slowing down here a bit. Maybe they're getting tired. We did have to wait quite a while for this match to start, and we had a couple of pauses in between.
Yeah, it does tend to weigh on you, especially as that distance gets a little bit further down the horizon, where you started off feeling really good, we were ahead, and now you're all the way behind. Can't even see them over the hill. So froyotech now trying to do something here to close this out. There is a nice little position from Yosh here who could potentially catch someone out. I do think they noticed the sniper dot and they are playing around it appropriately, but it's at least slowing them down. And right now, froyotech, they don't mind getting slowed down.
Yeah, they're just chilling here. They're taking their time. They don't have any rush here. I hear a headshot ringing out from Yosh, the sniper main himself. He's going to walk forward in the lobby, but the entirety of froyotech's so far out. Yosh is just going to stare at a shutter door. He's still going to walk forward. He's like, I'm ready. Somebody's opening. He's kind of looking at Habib right now. Ooh, the door opens, and he doesn't... Oh, he misses a shot into the scout there, and the pressure is going to come in from froyotech to kind of push it. No, they're just going to wait. Is froyotech parking the bus?
No.
Is froyotech parking the bus here?
No, they're not. They're playing a cheek. They're literally playing around the sniper. Like, this is all it's about. They can't let Yosh get any room. They know Yosh is a legendary sniper. They've played against him. They know it. And this is the only way you can play around it. You just got to have your positions lined up, looking through the windows, making sure there's no angles coming in. And this is the perfect opportunity for Trip to make his way around the bend into the face of the medic and get the force.
Huge play from Trip. That was... froyotech is literally just... I think they're just trying to park the bus here. They're sitting back on second. They're not going to do anything with this Uber charge. They're so far back. We're going to see the swap on from Yosh back to Scout as we're going to see them trying to push forward here. Looks like they're trying to go Shutter. froyotech's already going to be pretty far back, though, so they're not going to get anything again with this Uber as they use through again. Guy's going to get launched forward, but he's going to knock off the bridge. We see a soldier going behind, but Side's already got that covered. As Blaze is going to get chased out from lower, but the re-aggression here from froyotech, they're going to push in. They're going to get 2 kills instantly onto both Sandblast and Patty, the combo players, as Bear's going to try to run forward here to kind of get some cap time to try and salvage this round, but the rest of this team just going to go down as it looks like we are coming into the last... This is the last round that froyotech needs, correct?
Yeah,
I
and right
believe.
now it's going to come down
Yeah.
to Sandblast on Heavy and Patty on Soldier. He's going to wrap his way around the bend. The Heavy comes to the corner, but he's going to get juggled into the air. Not going to quite get the air time he needs to strafe around. And that's going to be the game 5-2 from a 2-1 deficit in the first half.
Yeah, that was unfortunate from Kingster, but as that match went on longer and longer, you're already playing on Metalworks, it was pretty stalemating, and then you had to deal with the pauses over and over again from the side of froyotech. That can really weigh on you as you're in the match after scrims, after waiting for the other match to end. It's just a long night, and people got class in the morning, man. We gotta go. We gotta get this stuff done. So it's unfortunate from the side of Kingster, but really well played here from the side of froyotech, playing with 2 ringers, and they were able to pull it out. Let's take a quick look at the logs real quick.
Would it be too much trouble for you to link that for me, my friend xattuu?
I'm looking for it.
They're not ready
yet. They have
apparently.
not unexec'd, so we do not have logs.
Yeah, the server is still assuming that it's still live.
Chat for no logs. But yeah, it looks like it just kind of fell apart there for the side of King's Crew, as Eric just kind of turned up and Habib just was walking forward, dealing the damage that he needed to do. That was really well played from the side of froyotech. Side of King's Crew, we saw Sai getting it done in the first half, but he was kind of slow. He kind of went quiet there in the second half. There, he wasn't able to make as much of an impact as he was doing earlier. So, kind of slowing down there from King's Crew in the second half. I'm kind of just talking right now. I'm so tired. It was a
Dude,
long,
I'm
long
feeling
matches.
it too. I would love for this to start making its way to the to winding down. I don't think we really need to go over the stats because I think they don't realize that the it didn't automatically unexec, so we'd have to wait several minutes for the server to automatically like do whatever it does when it ends. So I guess we should just kind of call it there. Really good stuff from froyotech amidst the deficit and all the issues, losing their main caller. They managed to pull it back. Sun stepping up to the plate and putting in some numbers. There we go. Oh, there we go. I think somebody finally Blaze did it. He now gave us the logs, so we can quickly look at them, but then sign off for the night.
I'm gonna get a quick linkaroni and cheese to them because I don't see them yet. Do we have the logs? Ah, we have found them. All right, so this is. You sure? These are dorks. These are the exact same logs from the first half. This is the exact same link. Alright, so we'll get those up shortly. And the server is still going. It looks like they extended for another 60 minutes. So that's how long we're gonna have to wait for the logs, and that's not gonna happen, buddy. But yeah, that's really well played from Kingster. They went up a couple rounds. You know, you love to see that. I think they played really well in the first half, but it just kind of fell apart for them in the second half. Unfortunate, but I mean, you're going against froyotech. Even with 2 ringers, they're still one of the best teams in the world right now. So well played to both teams. I think we're gonna call it there. Thank you guys for coming out and sticking with us throughout the thick and thin of this cast tonight. We were able to make it work, even though we were paused for about a total of an hour, I think, between both matches. It was rough, but we made it. Shout out to Ro on the mic with me for surviving the whole night. We made it. And shout out to Luster I think Luster fell asleep halfway through, dude. I'm not sure. He kind of just stopped talking. But
Hey. Luster is a dedicated producer. Can we get some hearts in the chat? It's like 4 a.m. for him right now.
Yeah,
or something.
Shout out to Luster for showing up and showing out. He'll be back here tomorrow, though. Probably. But yeah, we'll be back as shortly soon. Thank you guys for coming out. We will see you next time. Anything you want to say, Ro?
Don't do drugs.
Heard that. Anything you want to say, Luster, before you get muted? Good night. Night, guys. Thank you.